Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to Zero Casualty, where it's all good, low stress gaming. Today, we got another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls. In the last episode, we dealt with the infamous Blighttown, and then found ourselves deep within the domain of the Chaos Witch Quelaag. It's too bad that speed checks ain't a thing in this game. I mean, we could've just talked things over, you know what I mean? But we had no choice but to defeat her. And so we rang the second bell afterwards, and now we're off to Sen's Fortress. But before that, there are still a couple things that we still need to do. Now, as you can see, I'm just running back into the swampy area beneath Blighttown. Unfortunately, there's really no direct way to get out of here, so we have to go back to Blighttown. And I hope you like platforming because, yeah, in order to get out of here, there's going to be a little bit of platforming involved, and yeah, let's just say I'm not a big fan of it, but you know, it's not too bad. But I mean, I can understand if new players will struggle with it. I mean, I know I did. But even before we do that, there is a secret area that we need to explore. So we're gonna be heading down that way as well. I know it's been a while, guys, but you know, here we are back again to Blighttown, or I guess the swampy area of Blighttown. Yep, I don't miss it at all. The poison and everything, but hopefully you have enough of those moss clumps to get you through this. Okay, so basically from where we at, we just need to run all the way down. There's gonna be like this massive like pathway or route or whatever that we can take. You can just run past all these enemies, go inside this little like, I guess, tunnel or cave or room, whatever you want to call it, just to rest up, you know, heal, do whatever you need to do, and then, you know, just back out of there and run all the way back down. And once again, you know, again, you don't have to kill anything if you don't want to, you know, or you can if you want to, you know, level up or whatever. It's all good. But you see this like thing that's up ahead right now, you know, just like this winding pathway right here. Yeah, this right here, we need to step onto here and just climb up this area. Yeah, again, just avoid everything if you can, and you should be good. Up ahead is an item that we should be able to pick up. Alright, once you get that, now over here, like to this like left area here, just roll into it. There you go. As you can see, it's an illusory wall and a treasure chest. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. Alright, twin humanities. But wait, there's more. Just roll into this wall over here, and there you go, another hidden pathway. I gotta admit, the first time I was playing this game, I did not know this area even existed. I totally skipped the whole Great Hollow area. But we're actually not gonna explore all of it in this episode, but the reason why we're here is because we need to acquire a very specific ring. And this ring is very important to my build, and it might actually be very useful for some of you folks out there, especially if you're doing a very melee heavy build like I am. Rest up at this bonfire over here just in case. Alright. So the ring is actually over here. We just need to like go to this like little area right here. Now look down and you should be able to see an item. There you go. See that? See that item? Yeah. Just drop down from where you're at and you should be able to land safely and be able to grab the item. So let's go. Oof. Yeah, here we go. The Chloranthy ring, or Chloranthy ring, however you want to pronounce it. Okay, so for now we're done with this place, so just bone your way out of here. Alright, so the Chloranthy ring. It's a very useful accessory because what it does is that it increases your stamina regeneration by like, I don't know, it's like an additional like 10 or 20 points or something like that. So you can just imagine that if you're wearing the Grass Crest shield like I am, and that you equip the Chloranthy ring as well, since both items stack, that's a lot of stamina that's regenerating per second. And so you can imagine how useful that is for melee builds, especially if you're wielding heavy weapons like I am, where every action uses up a lot of stamina. So it's a very useful ring, and you may want to equip it as soon as you can. Now, since we're still here in Blighttown, you know, the whole swampy area and everything, I can understand if you don't want to put it on just yet because you may not have room. You know, unfortunately in this game we only have 2 ring slots. So, you know, I mean, obviously the rusted iron ring is more important to have right now. So, again, whenever you can, you know, maybe the best time is when we get out of this place. And speaking of which, that's exactly what we're going to be doing right now. We're pretty much done with Blighttown, so yeah, we need to get out of here. Yeah, our next goal is to basically head on over to Ascent's Fortress, which, if you recall in the last episode, in the cutscene, one of those massive gates that opened up. Yeah, that's where we need to head on over to. And I'm just gonna, rest up at this bonfire because, may as well. It's also a very cost-effective way of getting rid of your poison, Alright, killed that dude. Moving on. Okay, you see this thing up here? Yeah. We're gonna need to like go up that pathway, but first let me just see if there's anything else that I'm missing around here. So yeah, I'm gonna kill that guy over here. Alright. Is there anything around here? Nope, nothing. Okay. Alright, whatever. Okay, so yeah, like I said, go up here. Okay, use a purple moss clump just so you cure yourself of the poison. And we just basically need to make our way through. Alright, so let's go. Climb up this ladder over here. And here we are, the water wheel. Alright, so just be careful, wait for a platform to be available like right now. And, just wait for it till you go all the way up. And at some point, you're gonna wanna roll your way forward. Like, you don't need to jump, but roll. Do a roll. Because if you just simply try to drop down, you may miss and, drop all the way back down and actually die. And okay, just work your way up. Oh, and this bar right there, it looks misleading, but you can actually go through it. Yeah, alright, just climb this ladder, and, of course, enemies. I was wondering when these guys would show up. Now, that reminds me, do be careful when you're killing stuff around here. It's rather easy to just simply, swing your weapon, and in the middle of a combo, you may accidentally push yourself over the edge, and you will literally fall down and die. Or you'll find yourself in tight areas like right now, so that makes fighting a little bit difficult. And then of course there's also this kind of thing right here where you kind of have to cross really narrow pathways and you got blow dart guys shooting at you, so where is he? I can't quite see him. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to risk it. Yeah, alright, hopefully he doesn't shoot us and hit us while we're crossing this path. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's over here. Okay, kill this guy. Alright, so there's an item up ahead. We may as well just grab it since we're here. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, the Crimson Rope Set and a Tin Banishment Catalyst. Okay, so... oh, looks like there's some enemies over here. Let's kill them. I bet these guys just went through the walls or something. Yeah, they're weird like that. Okay, what do we got here? Sorcery Remedy. Okay, well, I mean, I don't obviously use sorceries in this particular build. But if you are a mage type class, then you know what? I mean, hopefully that's useful for you. Alright, so just moving on over here. Man, this place is so confusing. Yeah, I remember getting lost in this area the first time around. It's like I didn't know where I was going. And if I'm gonna be brutally honest with you guys, I feel like I'm already getting lost. I think I'm not quite going the right area, but we'll see. Only way is to move forward. So as you can already tell, and as I mentioned earlier, it's rather easy to fall off in this area here. So yeah, do be careful when you're traversing this place. Yeah. It really sucks to have to climb all the way back up here if you fall down and die. And since that was a dead end, and this looks like another dead end, I don't know if I'm in the right place. Yeah, you know what guys, just give me a moment so I can figure out where I'm supposed to go, and then I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so I think this is where we're supposed to be heading. Okay, so we're still in the same area, and I'm just crossing that little, like, bridge thingy again. Going back to where we were supposed to be, I think. So, yeah, just, I'm basically retracing my steps here. And, yeah, see this area here? Okay, so what happened was I missed this ladder for some reason. And it's very ironic because there's all these torches that are kind of guiding you where you're supposed to go, and this guy wants to tag along. That's creepy. It's like a big parasite that's decided to attach itself to me. Ew, nasty. So yeah, I should have been following these torches, but you know somehow I missed that with the ladders. And oh god, so these blow dart guys. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, look at that stun lock. That's because I have like no poise. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah, you know, I can understand why a lot of people are really not like all that fond of these blow dart guys. And of course they would all be like gathered around this area. Again, the only good news about these blow dart guys is that if you manage to kill them, they don't respawn. But I mean, you know, it's oh my goodness. Wow, he is just not. Look at this. Getting stun locked. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, at some point we're gonna have to drop down to like one of these areas over here because there's supposed to be an item that we'll need to pick up. But for the meantime, I'm gonna just circle around and try to kill these blow dart guys because I know they're gonna be a problem. I mean, they already are a problem, so you know why make it worse, right? And yeah, like I said, you know, the good news is that if we die and have to respawn, they don't respawn, and so you know that's that bit of consolation if you ask me. And I'm just gonna circle around, guys, because I'm not gonna be able to reach that dude over there. So I'm gonna have to try to attack him, you know, opposite to where he is. So yeah, that's why I'm running all the way back over here. And yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can like throw some fireballs at him or something. Hopefully this works. Come on. Oh, wow. Wow. Their blow darts are just so much more faster. Okay, wow, thank god only one hit was required to kill them with that fireball. Jeez, that would have been... yeah, there are so many words that would have described that. Okay, alright, looks like we can finally drop down, or I guess in this case, climb down, because I think that would be a lot safer. And oh no, there's still a blow dart guy that's still around, and these dogs... Yeah, these dogs are... Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not looking good. Whoops. Oh my... Oh! He was down there. Man, it feels like I just stepped in the wrong side of the neighborhood, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, no choice but to run back over here. And don't worry, it's all good. Okay guys, I'm gonna take this opportunity to show you a more direct route of how to get back to where we were, because I feel like earlier I may have lost some of y'all, you know, and that was my fault. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, so all right, just bear with me. Okay guys, this place should look a little familiar to you. We just need to come back here to this water wheel structure and, you know, do that whole platforming thing again. And the whole point is that we just need to basically follow these torches and climb up the ladders. So again, be careful here. Just, you know, drop down or roll. In this little area over here where we have to go into the next ledge. Yeah, I would just advise rolling. For some reason, sometimes just simply dropping down is just not enough. The gap is too far and you'll just fall down. Okay, so once again, climb up these ladders over here, and now following the torches, they guide you the way. Yeah, see this right here, this ladder that I'm climbing right now, this is the one that I missed for some reason. And so that's why we got lost earlier. But yeah, basically it's just, you know, climbing that. And is there anything behind me? Oh yeah, these guys, can I kill them? And nah, not really. Oh, whatever. Okay, yeah, you know, I'll just ignore these guys. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go back through this area here because I want to collect my souls, and there is some stuff here that we need to get, or at least one important thing that we need to get. But yeah, as you can see, these one of these blow dart guys is still around, so we're gonna have to take care of him. Okay, good, he's up here, so this should be easy. Alright. Boom. Dead. It's a little unfortunate that they dropped the purple moss clumps and not the blooming purple moss clumps, because, you know, considering that they inflict toxic and not poison. Anyway, grabbing my souls, killing these dogs. Oh my goodness, and it's already starting to not look pretty good. And oh my goodness, yeah, these guys, oh my god, where'd this dude come from? This like little mosquito thingy. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I am just being surrounded by enemies here. What is up with these guys? And oh, nope, nope, that was a bad time to heal. That was a bad time to heal. Can I just get out of here? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Dogs, I swear. The dogs in this game. Okay, third time's the charm. Alright, let's see if we can kill these guys from afar. Let's toss a fireball here. And it did nothing. Okay, I'm not sure if that's because my fireball didn't connect or it's because these dogs are like fire elementals or something, and so they are obviously going to be immune to the thing, and I can't believe I missed that. Unbelievable. These dogs. They are really testing me, man. I mean, they're really, really close to making me cuss out loud, and I'm trying my best not to do that. I want to try to keep a family-friendly channel here, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. It doesn't help that I'm not using my shield, and, I really don't have the ability to one-hand my weapon right now. So, honestly, if I could use my shield and I could follow up with a one-handed attack, it would just make my life so much easier, Or if I had, like, maybe a bow and some really good arrows, I would have probably just killed these guys from up top. But since I have to melee them with my Zweihander, clearly it's a game of patience and just waiting for the right time to strike. Because these guys are fast, man. They are fast, and they are apparently nimble as well. As you saw how I totally failed that plunging attack. Okay, are we good? Did we clear the room? Because we have places to go, things to do. And oh my goodness, there's still one. And, they always manage to strike the first hit, Man. Yep, that's part of the challenge. That's Dark Souls for you. Okay, now these two are obviously guiding some kind of item, so we're gonna have to kill them. But that item that they're guarding is very useful, very important, and it sucks that it's missable. Look at this, Firekeeper Soul. Yep, you could totally miss this. And I don't know if you guys remember what a Firekeeper Soul does, but in this game, in Dark Souls, what it does is that it basically boosts the potency of your Estus flasks. So right now we have Estus flask +1. If we go to the Firekeeper and have them upgrade it, it'll bring it up to an Estus flask 2, which is obviously a good thing, and that's what we need to do. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I went this way, but may as well kill these guys here. Okay, alright, so a bit of a minor spoiler if you guys didn't realize already. That fair lady, the tarantula, the pale tarantula looking lady, basically Quelaag's sister, she's a Firekeeper. So we can actually go to her and have her upgrade our Estus flask with this Firekeeper soul that we just got. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to warp all the way over there. I'm just going to bone my way out up because, it would take longer to have to run all the way over there. Alright guys, so see you in a bit. Alright, so here we are. Okay, so let's talk to her. And oh yeah, I need to put on the old witch's ring. I mean, technically you don't have to, but I like to do it just so I can, listen to what she has to say and exhaust her entire dialogue.
Oh, my dear sister, don't mind me. It does not hurt terribly. Quelaag, my dear sister, I still remember your beautiful, silky face. If only I could gaze upon it once more.
Yeah, I really feel bad for her. But anyway, as you can see, we can reinforce the Estus flask using that Firekeeper soul, and bam, there you go. Estus flask +2.
Goodbye, Quelaag. Do be safe.
Alright, so now that's taken care of. We should be able to go back to that water wheel structure again, and this time climb the ladders all the way up. Before we made some, detours, but this time we're just gonna start climbing the ladders all the way up because that's the route that'll take us to get out of this place, this whole Blighttown area, this godforsaken place. Okay, so yeah, let's just go do that. Alright, and so here we are. Okay, so again, same deal. You guys know exactly what to do here. Okay, so over here the difference is that we are going to climb this ladder. What we did before was we just kept running through that pathway up ahead, and that's where we got the Firekeeper soul and dealt with all those blow dart guys and dogs and whatnot. But yeah, see what we're doing right now? We're just climbing the ladders all the way up this time around. And obviously kill the enemies that are along the way. I mean, I guess you could try to run past them, but as you know, that sometimes could be very dangerous, especially if you get surrounded. So just again, take your time, kill enemies, make sure that you don't get overrun. And yeah, we should be able to make our way out of here soon enough. And just waiting for this dude to somehow magically go through. And this time apparently he couldn't, so well, sucks to be him. Moving on. Alright, so climbing up this ladder over here again. So yeah, climb up ladders, that's the name of the game today. Just climb all the way up top. And don't mind me if I'm looking around because I'm just trying to see if there's anything I'm missing. But no, like the what you want to do is you just want to keep climbing up the ladders. I know there's a chest here somewhere. Yep, there it is. I had a feeling there was one. Yeah, this chest over here holds a very important item. It's the key to New Londo Ruins, which is a place that we will be visiting real soon. It's actually not the next major area that we should be exploring just yet, but we will be making a quick stop over there. And as you can see, I'm just following the pathway here, crossing this tunnel, killing these big dudes. Same thing that you've always been doing. Attack tennis if that's your gig, or if you prefer to just backstab them, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. Alright guys, so at the end of this tunnel is a place called the Valley of the Drakes. And think of it as like a crossroads that basically takes us to certain key areas of the game. One in particular is the New Londo Ruins. And I know that speedrunners like to go there, especially early on, so that way they can skip some areas and skip some phases. Obviously, we're not doing it for that purpose. Also, it is just a crossroads type of area. We are not going to be venturing further out into it. Now, I have said before in the past that I am going to allow you guys to explore this game on your own. So I know that even if you're following, my videos, I encourage you to go ahead and explore it if you feel like it, if you have time. Time being the biggest factor for me, and I have certain things I want to show in each episode, and so that's why I am not going to be exploring the Valley of Drakes. There are some pretty useful items around here though. One of them being the red tearstone ring. The other one is actually guarded by a mini-boss, which might be fun if you guys ever encounter it. It guards the Astora straight sword as well as the dragon crest shield. So again, like I said, take your time, explore if you want to. I have no problems with that. In fact, I encourage it. And so now I'm using this key that we picked up earlier to open that door and just climb down this area. And yep, welcome to New Londo Ruins. Now again, we are not going to be fully exploring this area just yet. We're just a literal quick stop just to enter this other section here. This other, I guess, tower, which holds an elevator that will take us to a certain place that will be very familiar and be very welcoming for you guys. So as you can see, I pulled that lever over there and I'm just waiting for the platform to come down so we can hitch a ride our way back up. And here we go. Step onto the platform and let's take this elevator back up to the top. And now it's just a matter of exiting this room. I believe this door should already be open. Alright, and just climb up the steps here. And there you go, guys. Firelink Shrine. Welcome back. It almost seems like it was forever since we were here, and seemed like we were never going to be able to come back here, but, you know, here we are. And, whoa, wait, what's going on here? Yeah, look at this. There's an item left behind here. The Dingy set. And bloodstained skirt. Black eye orb. Like, what's going on here? The Firekeeper lady dropped all this? And where is she? Let's examine. It says dead. Oh no. Well, there you go, guys. The plot thickens. There's a mystery we gotta solve. Someone killed her and we have to avenge her now. I doubt the people up top will know anything about it, but let's talk to them.
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you. Damn, that stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about it. Maybe it...
Okay, so the crestfallen soldier doesn't seem to know anything about it. And yeah, we can't even light the bonfire because the Firekeeper is absent. Or more like she's dead. So keep that in mind, guys. At this point of the game, we cannot access the bonfire here at the Firelink Shrine. Let's talk to this guy.
Oh, hello. Well, you certainly are keeping at it. Myself. Two things are first, then... Oh. Goodbye, then.
Okay, so he just repeated his line, so he has nothing else to say. Alright, let's talk to this dude over here.
Oh, hello there. You've been a stranger these days. Why? What spectacular pyromancy? Tell me about it. I have never seen anything like it. Why, yes, of course. Thank you for sharing. I'm still an able pyromancer. I shall locate her myself. I mean, you're dead, once again.
FYI, as a major spoiler, if you chose yes to the question that he asked, which is what I did, later on down the road, you're gonna find him aggro and hostile, and you'll have no choice but to fight him. It is part of his storyline, but if you want him to live, choose no. Otherwise, buy everything you can from him now.
My teacher, whom I imagine still resides in the Great Swamp, had a funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy is the ultimate fantasy. We are born into dark and warmed by fire, but this fire we cannot touch. Those whose fascination with fire persists learn to hold it in their own hand. He rather had a way with words, the old withering frog. In this land, pyromancers earn a certain respect. The Witch of Izalith, one of the legendary lords, is the godmother of pyromancy. So the day I became undead, I was ecstatic. I felt as if I'd been chosen to attune myself to the ancient arts. Of course, it wasn't all that romantic in the end. A pyromancer's flame is a flame... Oh, sorry. A pyromancer's flame is a flame... Oh, goodbye then. Be safe. Don't you dare go...
Don't you dare go hollow indeed. Alright, seems like nobody here really knows what's going on with the Firekeeper lady. And, well, there is this guy, but he's got his own problems.
Ah, oh, you. Have you seen Milady? Oh, blast, where might she be? And would she be safe?
I know that for the purposes of gameplay, he's supposed to be here so that way we can continue to buy miracles and other faith-based materials. But I don't know, for some reason I just find it kind of funny how he makes literally no attempt to try to rescue this girl. You know, he doesn't really go out there to try to find her. You know what I mean? He just hangs around here after that one fiasco and he's like, oh, woe is me. I can't find her. She's lost. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Alright, so the reason why we're up here is if you can see off to the distance, there's that NPC that's just like sitting on that like bridge over there. Yeah, Apparently it's that peddler that we saw down at the depths. He moved all the way over here. So this is his new location, and this is where we can like buy stuff from him. I don't remember if he has anything new or whatever, but I'm just gonna check it out. So this is why I'm coming over here, and you know, make sure you make that jump, guys, because if you don't, then you're gonna fall and die. And also, you know, try to hug the wall here, or the columns, I should say, because you could slip. Here he is.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh? I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, notice that he sells a master key if that's something that you guys want. And unfortunately he doesn't sell anything new other than, you know, his armor and some crystal weapons, which are pretty much useless. Oh well.
Well, that is a shame then. But no, ma, come back again. Not every trade. There'll be more in store for it.
Alright, next up is that undead merchant lady, because I want to stock up on some things, so see you there.
Oh, hello, dearie. You left me. I thought you back plenty of it here.
Okay, so, you know, if you need to get some more purple moss clumps or blooming purple moss clumps, go ahead. What I'm actually going to buy are the poison arrows, because that next major area that we're heading to, Sense Fortress, and some other areas further down the road, poison arrows are going to be very useful. So I'm just going to grab a handful for now. You know, if you can't afford any right now, that's fine, but soon-ish you may want to grab some if you have a bow. If you're not using a bow, then, you know, don't worry about it. But regardless of your build, if you can equip a bow, it's going to be very useful down the road if you can equip a bow and get some poison arrows.
Come again, if you please.
Alright guys, so before heading to Sense Fortress, I feel like we should probably head back to the Northern Undead Asylum, because there's an item there that I forgot to pick up the last time we were there, and we should pick it up now. Technically you could still pick it up later, but there'll be a lot of backtracking, especially if you choose to do Sense Fortress now before anything else. You will have to do a bit of backtracking, and so for the sake of efficiency, I feel like we should just go ahead and grab that item now. The problem though is that, remember, because the Firekeeper here at the Firelink Shrine is dead, we cannot rest up at this bonfire. Therefore, if we were to die, we would be all the way back at like Blighttown or something like that, you know? So I am taking this shortcut back to the Undead Parish, and I'm going to be heading back all the way to Andres to rest up at that bonfire, because I feel like it's the closest bonfire and the safest one that's around here, in case that we die, you know, along the way. So, see you guys on the flip side. And here we are, you know, just rest up, level up, do whatever it is that you need to do, gear check, go back and meet Andre, see if there's anything else that he can upgrade, you know, or maybe buy some more materials, even new weapons, whatever it is that you want to do. Now is the time. Now, as for me, you need to head back to the Northern Undead Asylum. If you guys don't remember how to get there, it's just a matter of taking this shaft, you know, this shortcut that is just up ahead, and making that roll or jump or whatever you want to do onto that ledge just before it reaches the very bottom. Alright, and with that said, see you guys on the other side. And once again, we're here back at the Northern Undead Asylum. Alright, so same deal here, guys. These undead want to greet us, so, you know, we need to, say hello. Alright. I mean, you could, I guess in a way, run past them, but, you know, it's better to just kill these guys, because you do get some souls, and, you know, every little bit helps. But, you know, if you are pressed for time, again, just run past them. And speaking of which, once again, we are going to avoid this central open area because doing so will trigger the boss that's lurking around here. I mean, again, I'm not going to stop you if you want to go tackle it if you haven't already. You know, it's not a particularly difficult boss fight, although, I mean, I guess depending on your level or your gear or whatever, it can be difficult. Actually, it's probably difficult just because of the boss fight arena. It's actually pretty small and enclosed, and of course, it being a boss, the boss hits hard, and etc. etc. So it can be a challenging boss fight, but I know you guys can do it if if you are going to be tackling him. I have faith in you guys. Alright, so as for me, I'm ignoring him right now. I am just going down the sewers area. Hopefully this looks familiar to you guys, but I know it's been a while since I've been here, so basically I'm just retracing my steps back to the original point in the game where we started off from. Basically our jail cell. And look what's guarding up ahead, something's over there. Okay, and it looks like a black knight. Yep, it's a black knight. So you know what to do here, guys. Be patient, take your time. If you're wielding a heavy weapon like I am, attack tennis. If you're more proficient with backstabs, do whatever you gotta do. And wow, a black knight sword. That's nice. Not useful for my build, but good to have nonetheless. And here's the item that we meant to pick up last time that we forgot. Here we go. The peculiar doll. Yeah. That's gonna be a very important item that we're gonna need to use later. At some point after Sense Fortress. And I know I'm being very vague as to why, why we need to get these things now instead of later, etc. etc. But just trust me on this, that you want this kind of stuff now instead of later, because if you decide to get it later, you're going to do a lot of backtracking, and you're just going to waste a lot of time, and you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to hate the game, which is not good. You don't want to hate the game. Alright, so alright, here we go. So I think at this point we got just about everything that we need. We should be able to head on over to Sense Fortress right now. I could probably just bowl my way out of here, or I could probably just use the crow to get my way back. But yeah, so let's head on over there. Alright guys, so as I was recording this episode earlier, I originally wanted to head to Sense Fortress. So I actually got out of here, went to the Undead Parish, and as I got about to Andre's, I realized that I was going way over the 1 hour limit. And as you all know, I try to keep my videos within just an hour. There was no way that I would be able to squeeze an entire area within the time limit, but I also like to end an episode with at least a boss fight. And so I decided, you know what, let's just take on the boss over here. I figured we've held this guy long enough. Now, there's a reason for that. And that is because the reward that you get from defeating him isn't something that you can really take advantage of just yet. And that is the Titanite slab. Basically, it's an upgrade material that caps our weapon to a plus 15, but we haven't gone that far up yet. So technically, we could have held this boss fight long enough until we were ready to upgrade our weapon. But like I said, since we're already here and there's no point in going to Sense Fortress in this episode, I decided we'll just end it by defeating this boss right here, right now. And as you can see, I'm clearing the room of these enemies. Otherwise, they're going to show up during the boss fight, and that's going to be a problem. We don't need any more enemies to deal with other than the boss itself, And you saw what just happened right there. That guy dropped from above. So, just take your time to make sure that these guys are dead before you go tackle the boss. I mean, if you want. Again, that's up to you. But I personally, from just past experiences, I prefer to make sure that this room is cleared first. And you can see that I'm looking around just to make sure that there's no more enemies to deal with. And once you feel confident enough, just step on forward and trigger the boss fight. Here we go. Now as you drop down, roll to a corner as fast as you can. See, look what I'm doing right here? Okay, there you go. Now heal up. If you are fast enough, you should not have aggroed the boss. As you can see, he's just kind of like roaming around, It's basically an Asylum demon, if you can notice it right now. And whenever you're ready, get in there. Alright, here we go. So, This boss isn't particularly too difficult, but he does hit hard, and his biggest attack is this move right now that you just see right here. So basically what you want to do is always get behind the boss, like almost, you know, exactly behind him, as you can see. Now, the thing about it though is that he's very fast for a big guy, so you want to also just do maybe one, at the most two attacks each time, and then back out. Basically do a hit and run. And if you're a melee player like I am, you're gonna want to be unlocked a majority of this boss fight. And that's because you want to avoid his AoE attacks or even his butt slam. You know, you want free range of movement. But as you can see, you know, just rinse and repeat basically at this point, guys. And, you know, I'll obviously be careful with that attack, you know, dodge. It's a little difficult because if you're gonna be unlocked and you're trying to rotate the camera at the same time, it's like, it's a little cumbersome, I'm gonna be honest with you. But once you get used to it, oh wow, I thought I almost died there. Nope, we ain't dying today. No sir, we're still in the game. Alright, swiggle when you get the chance. Alright, and you know, just again, rinse and repeat. You know, take it easy guys, don't lose it. You got this. You know, stay strong, stay focused. I mean, he's a big target. You have this temptation to just wail on him, but believe me, that's not what you want to do. Controlled strikes, burst fire, you know, 1, 2, let go. And as a reminder, always get behind him, like directly behind him. I mean, I'm talking about like 90 degrees. I mean, look at that butt crack. You see that butt crack and you see that tail that's wagging? You want to be exactly behind it, you know, not to the side, you know, or whatever, because that's not a good angle. But you also want to maintain distance, because otherwise you're going to get hit by the AoE regardless. Now, if you're able to bait his AI to repeatedly do this move, like over and over again, then that's a blessing. Because then now you're able to exploit his weakness and just do a hit and run attack. As you can see, I'm like literally going back and forth and just wailing on him as much as I can. Now, obviously, he's going to break out of that. But, you know, again, if you're able to bait him, you know, it's pretty much one and done. And there you go, see? Dead. Victory achieved. Alright, so we got some humanity, homeward bone. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, we need to interact with this object that's in the middle of the room here. Basically what he dropped. Let's pick it up. Look at that. Titanite slab. And that's that upgrade material I was talking about earlier. It's literally the reward for defeating this boss. And don't get me wrong, it's worth it. I mean, I would highly recommend anybody to come back over here and, you know, beat this guy just for that. However, the point in which we need to beat him isn't necessarily like that important early on, you know, because like I said, we can't even get to a plus 15 yet. We can't use the Titanite slab just yet, you know, not until we get to a plus 14, which I believe requires yet another ember that gets us up to that point. Because right now the large ember that we gave to Andre, like, you know, a few episodes ago, it only caps us at plus 10, you know, not even a plus 11. And so that's why I wasn't so eager to take on this boss just yet. However, I realized, as I said earlier, that, you know, there was no point in going to Sense Fortress just yet because we were going way over the 1 hour mark. So, you know, I figured, you know what, since we're already here, we may as well take on this boss. That way we don't have to come back here anymore. Like, we got this place done. You know what I mean? So as far as exiting is concerned, you could just bone your way out of here. For me, I'm just taking the long scenic route just so I can double check that I'm not missing anything. But otherwise, we're pretty much done for the day. Now, before I forget, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you all are having a nice weekend, feasting on some good food, spending some quality time with friends and family, maybe even watching some good old classic holiday specials, like a Charlie Brown Christmas or the 100 different versions of A Christmas Carol, take your pick. They're all good. Or if you're just winding down with some nice holiday music, whatever floats your boat. Alright folks, we're gonna wrap up here. I hope the stray demon isn't giving you too much trouble, but even if he is, you know what? Just keep at it. Otherwise, he's an optional boss, it's Christmas, don't stress over it. There's always next time. So until then, hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas. Alright, cool. See ya.